welcome back. I said I was going to wear it. I did. And it worked. Wife liked it. She really liked it. Jeez, Old Spice. Where do I begin? I can't say anything or any revelations that haven't been said before about it. Let's get into what it is first, notes and all that stuff. It's got a shit ton of notes too. It's classified as Oriental Spicy, which it is. 1938, like I said, 80 years this year, so no better time. Chords: warm spice, fresh spice, floral, cinnamon, aromatic. Top notes: nutmeg, lemon, orange, star anise, aldehydes. Mid notes: carnation, jasmine, geranium, cinnamon, heliotrope, pimento. Base is ambergris, benzoin, cedar, vanilla, tonka bean, musk. Wow. It's a lot of notes. It's a beautiful scent. I said it before. Take this review and this conversation with a grain of salt, because I do my best to not let nostalgia. But how can you not? 80 years, guys. My father, my grandfather, my great-grandfather. This was the shit. 4 generations at least. Everybody knows it. To a certain age group, and I'll get into that. Everybody knows it. Smells incredible. Men love it. Women love it. This is so nostalgic for a lot of people that even women, doing my research and talking to a few people online and stuff like that, and some groups I'm in and stuff, even women, some of them have a bottle of this. Some of them even wear it when they want to feel, when they're missing daddy or whatever, or they're missing their grampy, or a lot of them just have it around, and they were saying to me they'll just smell it, or they'll put a little bit in their diffuser, and it reminds them of grampy, daddy, Some sad stories too. A couple of older women that 50s plus lost their husbands the last couple years, and this was what they wore, and they keep it around to remind them of their husband. One lady puts it in her little candle diffuser every night, lights a little candle and a little water and and she said she just lets it go and she falls asleep to it. Don't recommend falling asleep with a lit candle, but she said it was safe, so I'll have to take her word for it. I don't know her. Yeah, that's how classic this men's scent is. I think it's been around so long now. It is a man scent. There's no doubt. It is manly. But it's so iconic that even women will wear it. Most of them won't wear it out. I don't know if you do, that's fine. I don't care. But they just, they'll be around the house and put a little dab on, or a little dab, and remember, like I said, nostalgia memories of daddy or grampy or whatever. Guys too, don't get me wrong. Most of us wear this because our dad wore it, or our granddad and their dad wore it, you know what I mean? But nostalgia aside, what a fucking scent this really is. Honestly. It's sweet, it's spicy, it's all of that. It's florals come out in it, everything. It's a well-rounded, well-blended scent. I said it before, I can't remember one of my videos, but if this wasn't as, if the Old Spice never came out, let's just fucking pretend, Old Spice and fucking Tom Ford or fucking the House of Creed or Marley, any of them fucking niche houses came out with this today, motherfuckers would be fucking knocking down doors to get a hold of this shit. That's how good it is. People be giving it fucking 10 out of 10, but because it's Old Spice, a lot of people knock it. And they shouldn't. That's not fair, though, because even a lot of people, you would think, knock it. Guys like me who love cologne and guys that are really into niche, a lot of them still like this. It is a nice cologne. If you haven't tried it or you've been biased towards it or whatever, it's cheap. I guess it's cheap here. That's another thing I was talking to people online. Cheap Canada, the States, things like that. Britain, it's relatively cheap. But in continental Europe, and I could be wrong. The internet's not always right. Even people who talk to you are always telling you the truth. But from a few people who live in like continental Europe, some of the Middle Eastern countries, this stuff is not cheap. It's hard to get over there. When they do get it, it's fucking, one guy told me he spent the equivalent of a day's wage. I forget what country it was. One of the Middle Eastern countries. He spent the equivalent of a day's wage on this. No. But that's the way it is. This is the way it is. Nothing I can do about that. But in the Americas and Western Europe, I guess, it's pretty cheap. That's another thing that I got online. A lot of people know I'm getting off topic, but this is what people were telling me. A lot of people use this for special occasions, which says something to it. You use a cheapie, you think you'd be using your Creed or your Tom Ford or something, one of your Bond number 9, something for. But a lot of people use this for a special occasion. They have a bottle of it. They don't wear it all the time. Some people wear it every day to church, or every Sunday, sorry. You can wear it every day to church. You go to church if you want. That's your business, not mine. But a lot of people are saying they'll wear it to, like, weddings and funerals, meetings, dinners, special occasions, though. And that's weird, because. But then I thought, no, not really, because it is a very unique scent. Like I said, iconic scent. So I could see that. I really could. Especially in them countries where it costs a little more money. Woo! Imagine a day's wage for Old Spice. I just spent a day's wage on nothing, let alone Old Spice, but not because the juice ain't worth it. I don't get that up, but I'm just saying, I just couldn't spend a day's wage on anything like that. I make good money, but not that good. Yeah. Okay, back to the review. Non-nostalgic review. What do I get from this when I first put it on? From the aftershave, I get more of the citrus, the lemon and the orange, and the aldehydes. A couple of the spices, the pimento, get a little nutmeg, and a tiny bit of the vanilla. That's what I get from the aftershave. These two do smell different. Not extremely different, you know what it is. I'm just saying, I get that from the aftershave. Longevity on the aftershave. I get about 6 hours on an aftershave, and projection for about 2. And Old Spice, aftershave, eau de cologne, eau de toilette, whatever, projects. Everybody knows that who has smelled Old Spice. You've been sitting next to somebody 3 feet away who's put on too much spice, and they project. Put on the right amount. You seen my little video? Just a, and I mean, it was maybe a dime-sized amount. That was perfect amount of allspice. That's what I get from the aftershave. It lasts decently, lasts longer, as long, if not longer, than most colognes you're buying nowadays. This is fucking aftershave. It's good fixatives, and you know, I'm sure they're using synthetic oils, but good fixatives, good mixture. From the cologne, eau de cologne, I get all that I mentioned from the aftershave, but I get heavy about, I say about an hour and a half into it. It turns into a sweet, spicy vanilla bomb to me. I get vanilla, and I love that. Like I said, I love vanilla. It can't be the only note. And it isn't. This is a vanilla dominated, but with the cinnamon, the nutmeg, the star anise comes out in this one a little better. The cedar and the musk with that vanilla, sweet, spicy, soft, which is surprising. Very soft, elegant, vanilla, musky, spicy scent. Still projects really well for being soft. I don't know if I'm explaining that. I don't know if soft is but very nice scent. This stuff, 8+ hours, projected for about 3.5, no joke. And that's the eau de cologne. I don't have the eau de toilette, because around here anyway, it only comes with the atomizer. And to me, there's certain colognes, and I can't describe what makes it this way. Certain colognes are a splash cologne. That's it. Shouldn't be atomized. They should be splashed on. I don't know why. We all have our idiosyncrasies. That's one of mine. I believe Old Spice is a splash cologne. I don't want to spray it. I don't want it on my clothes. I want it on my chest or my wrist, or it goes on your neck. Old Spice. That's it. That's where it goes. A couple other clones that are like that. I think a Zero is one that I like to use as a splash. CK1, which is a total opposite of a Zero or this, but it's a nice splash on a hot summer day. Same as Aqua de Gio. A lot of them softer scents I like, but there's no rhyme or reason because this is heavy. Soft, but heavy. I know it's weird. A Zero is a fucking Fougere fucking masterpiece. Trying to think of other ones I like. Obsession. So there's no rhyme or reason to it. Just in my brain, they're splash colognes. Not sprays, not atomizers. But that's just, like I said, one of my idiosyncrasies, one of my things. Not just what I think. So I'm right because I think it. Of course I am, because I like that. Yeah, so I can't speak to the longevity of the eau de toilette, but I can't imagine if it's anything even like the fucking eau de cologne. Woo! Again, all day scent. All day scent. The wife loved it. She was the only one. I only wore it really around her that day. Well, we were at the theater, but nobody gave me any compliments or anything. You're standing there with your wife. They're probably not gonna. But she liked it. I have gotten compliments when I've worn it before I think the last time I wore it was a year ago. A little over a year ago. And to my surprise, a lot of young girls, not that I'm trolling the high schools, but I work in an area where there's a lot of students at work. High school students, college students. And a lot of them don't know what this is. Their dads never wore because their dads were me. You know, like we generally wore polo and tricard And to them, Polo and Chakar is their dad's scent. They never really, yeah. So they really like it. A lot of young girls really do like it. Like I said, it's a good cologne, guys. Sweet, spicy, musky, very well put together. You know, it's a no-brainer. Buy it. Don't bother even trying it. Don't ditch it. Buy it. It's cheap. It's incredibly long-lasting, incredibly well put together, well blended. Last all day. Don't, for the love of God, do not overdo this. Like I said, if you're a splash person, you want to splash, about a dime size amount, boom, boom, perfectly fine. If you're a dipper, boom, 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 a little bit behind the ear, one on the back of the neck. Done. That's all you fucking need. Trust me. You don't need that. I think that's one of the problems with Old Spice, where it's got one of its negative indications from is motherfuckers would bathe in this shit. You know, my grampy being one of them. Bathe in this shit. You know, I fucking remember seeing him shaving, and he'd have a fucking palm full, it'd be running down, and do it again. Sometimes a third time. Whew. Grampy. God rest your soul, man, but you wore that shit too much. Now, a lot of guys did, and I think that's where one of the negative indications came from. Kind of like with Polo and Drakkar and stuff, you know, guys would just fucking spray that shit on. Same thing. Wear it liberally. Try it a couple times, especially if you're a young guy. You're in high school or university. A lot of those girls have never smelled this before, or if they have smelled it before, it gives them, they can't really remember where, so it's probably like a grandfather or great uncle or something, and it gives them good vibes. So that was as fair as I could be without nostalgia, guys. I mean, nostalgia wise, you know, this thing is one of the best for me. Non-nostalgia wise, projection and longevity and all that jazz, it's got to be a 5. It's one of the longest lasting, most projecting colognes I own. Scent wise, well, I know I love it. Again, it would be a 5 for me. Realistically, I'm going to have to go with about a 4, because it's a little might be a little too unique for some people who are, yeah, I don't know how more to explain it. It just might be a little too unique. Might even, and for some people it might, you know, it's a horrible thing to say, but scent works both ways, guys. You can have good memories and you can have bad memories. Your dad might have wore this and he might have been an abusive drunk. Right? He just might have been a dick. You know, you don't have to be abusive drunk. He might have just been a dick. Or your grandfather, whatever. And it reminds you of that and you can't stand it. Understandable. But for most people, I think I'd have to give it a 4. I'd love to give it a 5, but I can't. It's just unique enough that it might throw some people off. So get the spice, guys. That's all I got to say about it, man. It's try it. No. Ditch it. No. Buy it. It's cheap. If you don't like it, give it to somebody. A little present. Try it. You'll never know. Just make sure you open the box nice and try it. And if you don't like it, close it up. Give it as a present. That's it, guys. Happy 80 years, Spice. Here's to another 80. I probably won't be around, but depending on what medical science does, but hopefully somebody 80 years from now sees this video or finds a bottle of Old Spice and appreciates it as much as I do. All right, guys. Peace, love, be good to each other.